Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Sunday, huh, later edition here of Morning Scone presented by Brock, Batters with Bee Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Oops, never went live on Facebook. I think we got to start over. All right, we'll start over. My bad. I hadn't hit the button on Facebook yet. There we are now. Okay, ready? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Sunday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Batters Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com, and ProCharge EV, ProChargeEV.com. All right. Hope you had a great Saturday. Hope your Sunday's off to an excellent start as well. We had a late Saturday and a lazy Sunday. Eric and I stayed up and watched a movie because we always put a movie on and she falls asleep. So then I was up till like 1:30, late night, and then so just slept, and then realized, man, it's 10:30. It's time to get out of bed. I haven't done that in a long time. So anyway, a little late start today, but rolling along. Glad to have you with us. So LSU baseball gets the series win. They beat Ole Miss 8-3. The story of the game, of course, was Ty Floyd. Have to mention Dylan Cruz, who hit a 2-run homer in the first, a grand slam in the second. That's really all the offense LSU would need. They would get a monster shot from Cade Beloso in the fifth. They'd add another run in the seventh. Tigers had a couple of opportunities to blow that game open, bases loaded, one out, and couldn't push anything across. So a little disappointed that they didn't do more damage when they had the opportunity. Tigers left 12 runners on base yesterday. But that is hardly the story. The story of the day going in, we thought would be Hunter Elliott. He really struggled. He got the start, pitched just one inning, went out there to start the second, walked 5 batters. He faced 10 hitters, walked 5 of them. Struck out 3. Also gave up the grand slam to Dylan Cruz. So, I'm sorry, gave up the 2-run homer to Dylan Cruz, in the first inning. Anyway, the story of the day was Ty Floyd. No ifs, ands, but there was nothing else out of yesterday that matters at all other than what Ty Floyd did. 8 1/3, and he shoved. I mean, he was even dotting 95 in the 7th, 8th inning. Threw 111 pitches, struck out 8. He walked just 1, which has been his bugaboo, has been location. No one has ever questioned the stuff with Ty Floyd. It has always been his command, his ability to command the stuff. And when he commands it like he did yesterday, that fastball with the spin rate that we always talk about is really tough to handle because it looks like it's coming in belt high and it ends up chest high because of the late rise action on it because of the spin rate. And it was hell for Ole Miss to deal with yesterday, and Ty Floyd was so calm and in command of that game from jump. That was awesome to see. If Ty Floyd is that guy, and I'm not saying he's got to give you 8 1/3, right, every time out. I just mean if he's that guy who can command his pitches, then LSU should win the national championship because LSU has the best team. They have the best offense. They have the best player in Dylan Cruz. They have the best starting pitcher in Paul Skeens. And you're learning who you can count on out of your bullpen. They have enough bullpen arms. If Ty Floyd is that guy, LSU should win the national championship. because you can go through Omaha with two. You can win the College World Series with two. Um, and Ty Floyd, that yesterday was just massive. Went eight in the third. They pulled it. He went out for the ninth. He struck out the last batter he faced to start the ninth, and then they pulled him, brought in Ackenhausen. Um, Ackenhausen walked a guy and gave up a hit to give up a run, but um, so I think I said 8-3. It was 8-4. Ole Miss got a run in the ninth. I forgot. Um, but Ty Floyd, story of the day, awesome. So Tigers will go for the sweep today. See if they get it. Arkansas lost again yesterday, so LSU now leads the SEC West. Go get this win today and maintain your West lead and keep building upon it. So this very, very encouraging day yesterday with Ty Floyd. Now let's see what Christian Little can do today. All right, let's say some good mornings here. Megan Hurst, Samuel Merrifield, Bart St. Germain, good morning. Jason Horn. All right, hanging out with you on my birthday. All right, Jason, happy birthday. Cheers to you. If Drew were awake, I'd have him sing happy birthday, but Drew's a little under the weather, so just letting him sleep as long as he wants today. Just get that sleep and get that rest, get feeling better. But happy birthday, Jason. Hope it's a great one for you, man. Breezy Bro, what up? Craig Duke, worried about the football team. Not enough toss dives and jet sweeps. Yes, the other thing yesterday was the spring game. One thing that you can sometimes tell is if coaches tell you something, if they're being sincere. One of the things that Mike Denbrock said a couple weeks ago, we got to meet with him. He was asking kind of who the standout, who was really making an impression, and he said Kyron Lacey. First play of the game, Kyron Lacey, 70-yard touchdown catch. How about it? You saw like the one-handed grab over the middle? It's incredible. Well, he Odell'd it. One hand over the middle, pulled it in, stopped, made a guy miss, darted up the right sideline for the score. It was incredible. Yeah, I'd say Kyron Lacey's ready. Showed he's ready to be a guy. So that was really encouraging. Zach Lenz, what's up, man? Truax, good morning. Trivia Carter, Dustin B337, good morning. Michael Castello, good morning. John Melanson, morning, Madhouse. Drew, hopefully Ty's performance yesterday can continue the rest of the season. Yeah, man. So Drew, Erica had been sick. She got some virus. I don't know. It wasn't COVID or anything. It was just cold, and it lingered for about 10 days. And I think Drew's got it now. I don't think Drew does have it now. So he's got like the little runny nose, sniffles, no fever or anything, just a general malaise, not feeling great. So he normally, we give him his medicines, and he falls asleep around 10:30. Last night he was like 8:30. He was falling asleep. So bathed him real quick, put him in bed, and he's still sleeping. So he's been out for like 14 hours. The Ghastly Gamer, good morning. Damon Gilmore. LMJ 4-bits, good morning. Spurge, good morning in North Carolina. Chance Babin feeling kind of sweepy today. I'll put it to you this way, as far as LSU going for a sweep today. Ole Miss did not declare a starting pitcher for Game 3 before the series started. And they used 4 pitchers yesterday, none of which are going to come back today. They used, of course, Elliott started, but then they used Nichols, Tolbert, and Morris, and all 3 of those went, Nichols and Tolbert each went over 50 pitches, and Morris threw 41 pitches. So Ole Miss is going to be thin on arms. Like, this is one of those, I think this is one of those days where it's one of those days where you might see a pretty aggressive offensive day. I mean, like, sometimes you see those game three, uh, uh, I don't know, it's like 21-12 type games. Hopefully, Ole Miss ain't scoring 12, but you know, maybe. I don't know that they have any pitching left. Let's see. All right. Joel Ensminger, good afternoon from Central Florida. Okay, good morning. Or I guess good afternoon. Yes, it is. It's 12:10 there in Central Florida. Damon Gilmore, 2019 LSU Bama game highlights popped on my feed this morning. Okay, always a good thing to see. Arthur Coco, you feel more confident with LSU pitching? Absolutely. I mean, with hot, like the thing is, like that Ty Floyd is in there. Like, he's got the ability. Like, that's not the. I mean, you could see in 2019 when he was a freshman, you could see the ability of Ty Floyd. Like when they were playing at the regional in Eugene, you were like, that's going to be a rotation guy. And then last year came and he just never threw an off-speed pitch. He just wouldn't throw a breaking ball because he just couldn't locate it. They work on it with Wes Johnson. You come into the season and you realize, okay, he's got off-speed stuff. I mean, he was snapping off that bender and throwing it for a strike. I mean, in any counters, throwing a changeup. Like, he's got 3 pitches. He just has to command it, man. If he can command his stuff, he's great. Like, he's a stud. Paul Zarang, good morning, Ryan. DeLon, morning, Matt. I think this is how Jay envisioned weekends going this year. Use 4 pitchers Friday, Saturday. The entire pen is available on Sunday. That's, I think, how most coaches would love to see it go. But yes, but I mean, consider we were thinking you were going to have Skeens, Floyd, Hurd, like 3 legit ones all starting, all throughout. Well, it hasn't worked out for Hurd, and Floyd's been not great until, I mean, he was really good against Arkansas, and he was phenomenal yesterday. So just find some consistency with it. Chad Holmes, good morning. Relief seeing Ackenhausen back in the bullpen. Educator Matt, I think ESPN broadcast of the LSU game was awesome. Broadcaster, including McDonald, were great. Yeah, man. I don't know who the play-by-play guy was, but obviously having Ben and David DeLucci were great. I don't know if you were watching the game, but each had their respective college jerseys on. So Ben had a LSU jersey on, and DeLucci had his Ole Miss jersey on, which is pretty funny. Yeah, they did great. I love those guys. Trivia card, or Jay has to move JT to the 8th spot. I'm pretty sure somebody here was talking about that yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, I just think your lineup's better with Jordan Thompson in the 8 hole. And listen, I'm not going to melt because he's had a couple of bad days. Thompson last night was 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. He did walk once. I mean, it's back-to-back really tough days. But same for Gavin Dugas. Gavin Dugas was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts yesterday. He did walk. But, I think he struck out 3 times on Friday as well. So I think Gavin Dugas is 1 for, I could look it up, 1 for 8 with 6 strikeouts. But, trying to get that shoulder right, obviously. But a lot of guys are having a tough weekend. It's okay to happen. You're still scoring a lot of runs. But yes, I've said that I like the idea of having Joe Bear 7. And by the way, Pearson got the start yesterday and right, which I'm totally fine with if you want to put Pearson out there. But Pearson, Thompson in the 8 hole, and then Travinsky caught yesterday. Was 1 for 4 with a walk. And I thought it was cool. Jay said after the game, he gave Travinsky the start because he wanted to. So it was a reward. He's been a team guy and been patient. Felt like this was the matchup to do it, and so good. And he got to catch. He caught a great game yesterday. I mean, Floyd was awesome, and Travinsky was was his backstop. So, but anyway, yes. The point being, yes, I want Thompson down in the lineup. Fortify your bottom third. Earl, good morning. Bama quarterback struggled mightily. Yeah. Earl's making the prediction LSU 31, Bama 20. Okay, off the spring game. Hey, Earl, I'll remind you that in 2013, the star of the LSU spring game was Steven Rivers. Okay, so draw conclusions about the spring game at your own risk. Let's see. Rhett said, "Morning, Matt. Christian Little could be the next big piece to fall in place. Floyd was amazing. Go Tigers." And do we know a timeline for Edwards' return? I'll say this again. You're not getting Edwards or Shores back this year. So I know Jay's not going to say it. He's not going to report it. He doesn't like to talk about injuries. Like he said, Gavin Dugas has a bruised shoulder, which is completely underselling the severity of what's wrong with Gavin Dugas. That's fine. Jay does that because he feels like it's a competitive advantage thing. Or okay, like it's his team. He can do what he wants, handle injuries how he wants. I'm not. My point is, he's not going to tell you, but Shores and Edwards both have elbow injuries, and I would fall out of my chair stunned if either of them pitched again this year. Okay, put it to you that way. Joseph Baggert, Irfan Sayad, good morning. Zach Lenz, tons of arms to rotate through today if needed to get the sweep. Yeah, so you got Christian Little, obviously. I think everybody would be available. If you want to bring Griffin Herring back for a short outing today, you could. Certainly Ackenhausen would be available again if you wanted him. But he only threw 14 pitches yesterday. But if you need a lefty, Javen Coleman's available. Riley Cooper hasn't pitched this weekend. Of course, you have Gavin Guidry, who's probably your best, freshest arm out of the bullpen, who I would guess would probably be the first guy out of the pen if you needed him today. And then we haven't talked about Bryce Collins, who hasn't pitched this weekend. I mean, you have options. I mean, you can go super situational lefty-righty matchups. You could go off-speed guys. You could go power guys. I mean, you have a lot of options today. PTG Toasty Matt, do you think they've tried putting Jared Jones in the outfield so Morgan could stay at first? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. That's a terrible idea. I mean, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be offensive or dismissive. But this goes back to an argument that we've been having for 3 years now. And I've told you for 3 years, Trey Morgan is an outfielder, okay? I get it. Like, he's flashy at first. People like him there because what I'm telling you is Trey Morgan is an athletic dude. Athletic guys do not play first base. They don't. Look around baseball. You don't see athletic guys at first base. You see big, lumbering slugs who stand on the base, catch the ball, and hit homers. That's what first base is. It is the easiest defensive position to play. You stand on the base and catch the ball. That's it. Trey Morgan is an athletic left-hander. Because he is left-handed, he cannot play on the left side of the infield, okay? He's got to play in the outfield, and that's where he's going to play at the next level. And he's a really good outfielder. Jared Jones, I'm not going to say Jared Jones is a slug, but he's a catcher. He's a big, lumbering dude. I don't want him running in the outfield. Who's going to cover more ground, Jared Jones or Trey Morgan? Morgan. So this is an easy answer about how you don't sacrifice anything defensively with Morgan in left field. He's great. He's made running, diving plays. He's made sliding catches. He's made catches running into the wall. Like, Trey Morgan is a fantastic left fielder, and you keep his bat in the lineup, and that allows you to keep Jones in the lineup. Jones is not an option in left field at all. If you put Morgan at first, you've seen Jay do it. If you put Morgan at first, your options to go in the outfield are Pearson or Stevenson, along with Joe Bear, who's out there, and Cruz in center. Those are your outfield options. And then Kling whenever he's hurt. There is no consideration whatsoever at all of putting Jared Jones in the outfield. He will never play outfield in his life. He's a catcher first base. That's it. Like, again, I'm not trying to come down on, like, I I cannot understand why this question keeps coming up. Like, Trey Morgan is an outfielder. He will never play first base professionally. If he plays 15 years, if he's DJ LeMahieu, and you're at this point in your career where you've been in the show from where you're 35 years old and you don't have much range anymore, but you still have a bat, and they need to find a spot for you, they put you at first base. So that's why DJ plays some first base for the Yankees. Like, Trey Morgan is not a first baseman, okay? Can he play first and play very well? Yes. Is he flashy? Yes. You don't need, it's a waste. You don't need that athletic guy at first base. And by putting him in left, it allows you the opportunity to get Jones in the lineup every day as your first baseman. Okay. I kind of have a feeling like Trey Morgan first base is my new, can we talk about receivers or trade Michael Thomas conversation. Again, PTG Toasty. I do not mean to come down on you. It's just I've answered that question 1,000 times about Morgan moving around. Morgan is not a first baseman. He will never at the next. There's no team that is going to draft Trey Morgan and play him at first base. None. No team at all. Okay. Joey Metke, good morning. Austin Kidder, good morning. Irfan Sayad, good morning. Thompson does not belong in the 5-hole. Would love to see Beloso back there. I think that's where you were your best. I told you, we had this conversation yesterday. And not because Thompson's not capable of hitting the 5-hole. He is. He certainly is. And I'm not going to say 2 bad days justify demotion or anything like that. I just think your offense as a whole is better when you have Joe Bear, Thompson, Neil, Milazzo, Travinsky, whoever's catching in the 9-hole. Like, that makes it a formidable 7, 8, 9. Your bottom third's formidable with that. So, yeah. Mike Graham, first 5 weeks of gauntlet, injuries, adversity, etc. Getting right this weekend. Several pitchers available today. Yep. Michael Broussard, good morning from Champaign, Illinois. 43 degrees. Ooh, dropping to 27 tonight. Ugh. Not ideal baseball weather. Whew. Zach Lins, how confident do you think we go 20 and, I think you mean 20 and 9, not 20 and 29 in SEC play? Yeah, I mean, you'd have to get a sweep somewhere along the way. And that could be today. And if you do that, then I think that's a safe bet. Damon Gilmore, wonder remind to pull, got the at-bat. The only thing I can think, Damon, is you might have been looking for a left-handed bat there off the bench. Pearson was already in the game, so you could have gone Joe Bear, but if you were just looking, if you're just looking for the left-handed bat, normally Pearson would be your left-handed bat that pinch hits. He was already in the game, so it was Joe Bear under Polt, and I guess if the Polt was going in at second anyway, they just gave him the at-bat because he hadn't had one all weekend. Zachary Snyder, good morning, Matt. I think we can pull off the sweep of the Rebels, Black Bears, Land Sharks, whatever they are this season. Yeah, I think they can do it today. We'll see how Christian Little does today. Sweeping is hard. I mean, remember, like LSU's in this position against Tennessee. They completely imploded in the first inning. So I would love to see him just get the offense going early and let Christian Little take the mound in the bottom of the first with the lead, so he can just go pump strikes and feel confident, and that'd be good to see. Brought to you by Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. You need an orthopedist, go to Brock. Remember, after hours clinic open today. They're on Blue Bonnet, all the subspecialties, and of course Hudco Roofing. Remind y'all, free, no obligation roofing inspection. We are getting, with the rain the last couple of weeks in particular, tons of calls. So I'm reminding you again, so often your wind hail deductible is less than your named storm deductible. So a lot of people say, oh, wait to see if a hurricane comes or something like that to file a claim. I'm telling you, a lot of times that will cost you more. So fortify your roof now before storm season. That's a better option. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Joey B. Ole Miss is probably the worst team in the SEC. Might be overreacting a bit to say our pitching rotation is solved. But the point you're missing there, Joey B19, is Ole Miss's offense has not been their problem. Their problem has been they have no pitching. They came into this weekend middle or higher on basically every offensive category in the SEC. Like, it has not been their problem scoring runs. Like, I mean, Jacob Gonzalez and McCants, and those guys are part of the national championship team a year ago. Like, they have dudes on that team that can swing it. Their problem has been pitching because of the injuries they've had and the guys they lost. So no, I'm gonna flip that on you and say for LSU, for Ty Floyd to do that against Ole Miss was really impressive. Let's see. Donovan Peterson, like you said yesterday, bumped Jordan back down. And to be clear, like, obviously Jay Johnson is dealing with analytics and a lot of his reasoning for his guys he sees every day. Okay. I'm just giving you a perspective of a guy sitting at his house watching all the games. But yes, I like having a formidable bottom third. So I would like to see Joe Bear Thompson catcher 7, 8, 9. Merrick Mathern is Bianco on the hot seat. Hell no, he's not. He won a national championship last year and they gave him a big contract extension. Trivia Carter, good morning. Do we see Coleman today? I think so. Even if it's just a situational lefty, like one hitter to get the third out, I think so. Cortland, yeah, how do you fire the only coach to win a title at Ole Miss this century? The inside fastballs Dugan Thompson were striking out on looked unhittable. They looked up and in. They did. I thought they were up and in. But again, it's college baseball. We talk about this, like, umpires expand zones. You're not talking about pro pitchers. Like, this is still college baseball, and you do see umpires expand zones sometimes. So you gotta sometimes be defensive when you have two strikes. What makes Dylan Cruz so good? You'll see Dylan Cruz go up there, be aggressive, sometimes swing through a first pitch. You'll see him get down 0-2, and he just widens out his stance. I mean, the single he had yesterday where he smacked one up the middle, got down 0-2, was patient, just took a fastball, elevated the barrel, and just poked it through the middle. He's a great hitter. Wendell Norman, Austin Kidder dislocated my shoulder last year. It took me about 9 months to be 100%. They might have put Dugas back out there a little too soon. The thing is, Austin, I'm sure he got treatment that you didn't. I'm not saying anything to disparage it, but, like, you know what I mean. They do stem cell injections and cortisone shots or other type of therapy. I'm sure they could have done all that stuff. When they're in there getting, like, professional treatment every day. But the other thing too is, by the way, I do think you're right. He's obviously still affected by it. I mean, you're right. The thing for Gavin is this is it for him, bro. Like, I mean, this is last season. So, I mean, he ain't got no time to waste. You just get back out there and give it a go. Cortland, I don't know much about arm injuries, but does it make a difference if a pitcher isn't in a brace? Depends what you mean. You're talking about like a sling, like having your arm like this? I mean, if you're talking about a UCL, you don't typically see that. Maybe you'll see that after surgery when they have surgery on their elbow, but it's almost like it's a ligament. Think like in football. If a guy tears his ACL in football, a lot of times, like, they can still walk. Like, you still walk and run on a torn ACL. You just can't change directions. The stability in your knee to be able to plant and move is what's different. So there's a lot of people walking around planet Earth with torn ACLs that they just never get repaired because they're not elite athletes. It just doesn't matter, right? So no, I mean, like, if you have a torn ligament, I mean, you just, Gasly Gamer White dislocated his first game and looked fine after just a week. Gasly Gamer, it did take White, remember, a while to get back to playing third, if you remember, to being comfortable enough to throw the baseball. Like he was able to swing sooner, but remember they had him hit for a little while before he went back and played third. So, and that's all another reason why I'm telling you with Gavin, there's more going on than just the dislocation. It's pretty obvious. Jeff Hawk, good morning. Hope all's well. Scooter Allen, need a 10-run rule win today. Rest that bullpen. I don't know, man. I kind of want to see him get guys work. Because your bullpen isn't taxed. It would be different if you had to use a bunch of guys the last 2 days, but you didn't. Like, you want to get guys work. Brian Tanya, good morning, Matt from Lincoln, Illinois. Cortland Jacob got really worried about the bullpen when Skene's pitch count got elevated early. Turned out okay. Kobe, like getting Travinsky more playing time. The problem, Kobe, with Travinsky is he's just a defensive liability, typically. Like, he's just, the other two guys are dramatically better defensively. Of course, Milazzo is your best defensive catcher. If he's hitting, great. You just don't need his bat, right? Like, you've got tons of offense. That's kind of the difference right now. Alley Boy, good morning, Matt. Any basketball news? No, sir. Lou, is it possible for Edwards or Shorts to have surgery go unnoticed by the media? Sure. You have to have someone willing to comment on the record about it. A coach, a player, family member, something like that. And if people aren't willing to comment on the record about it, then really all you have to go with is anonymous sources and unverified reports, which is essentially what I'm telling you, is that without going all in and saying the thing that everybody is fearing, that's what I've basically been telling you for weeks now, is that I would be very, very surprised if either of them pitch again this year. That's what I've said over and over. I've never said the other words that everybody is wondering. Because nobody will confirm it on the record. But if you heard Ben McDonald on the broadcast yesterday, he said Shores and Edwards are done for the year. Ben McDonald did say that on the broadcast yesterday. You got it, PTG Toasty. Yeah, sorry. I don't know, man. I wasn't good. Thank you for not taking offense. I wasn't trying to, for those just joining, he was asking about Morgan going to first and Jones in the outfield, and I got a little animated my explanation. Ronnie Duguy, good morning. Roger Dodger, the mayonnaise kid, good morning. Do you think the rotation has looked short because of the level of competition? No, they've been, maybe you mean sharp, looked sharp. No, I mean, Ole Miss's offense is really good. Chance Babin, I hate NBA super teams. LSU women's basketball could be the first transfer portal super team if Van Lith and Murrow sign with the Tigers. I don't know why you hate NBA super teams. It's always been like that in the NBA. Like, you have to have star players to win. Just how teams acquire their star players, depending on what team it is, what franchise it is, right? Cortland Jacob, I didn't know if they would keep the arm supported or prevent movement to prevent further injury. Got it, understand. Damon Gilman, I'm no orthopedist, obviously. But no, I mean, what you might see is like a sleeve, just like a stability sleeve on there. But that's about the extent of it. Damon Gilmore, do you think Garcia will get a rematch? Don't know if it'll go much different. How about that? Did y'all watch that last night? I mean, I didn't see the match. I saw the TKO. It was so funny looking at Twitter, and people were like, man, I missed it. Didn't even look like that bad of a punch. Like that was an expertly placed liver shot when Davis KO'd Garcia. And it was so quick. He struck like a snake, just like you weren't even expecting. It was like boom, and the human body has an off switch, y'all. Because I was watching enough fights to see it, man. A liver punch, it's usually a delayed reaction. That's what happened. Like Davis hit Garcia in the liver, hit him flush and hit him hard. And then about 3 to 5 seconds later, he just dropped to a knee and he couldn't continue. If he had had time, that feeling would have subsided. He could have kept going, but crazy. Brody Dupree, do you think we see Edwards and Shores at the opening of next season? So Brody, look, man. First of all, there's so many unknowns. Number one, will they ever confirm the injury? Number two, do the guys need surgery? Or is it something that they can heal, like with stem cell treatments and other things like that, and time off? A lot of that is sort of the unknown right now. I'll hypothetically speaking, okay, if it is torn UCL and you need Tommy John, look at Javen Coleman as an example, right? So Javen Coleman suffered his injury at the beginning of last season and just now is returning. So you're talking about more than a year, for recovery. So Paul Zerang, how about everybody give 8 a break? Friday tweaked the shoulder again in his last at bat. Noticeably struggled with the throw to first. Gutted it out. Kid is heart and moxie. Love that he's a Tiger. Paul, I think that's what everybody's saying, man. And we had that conversation yesterday. Like, I don't think anybody's criticizing Gavin Dugas. Like, I think, I can understand your perspective in defending him, and I'm with you there. I think what we're pointing out is it's pretty remarkable that the kid's out there. Jay called it a shoulder bruise. It's clearly more than a shoulder bruise. I think we all know that. And he can't make the throw to first. Like we talked about it yesterday here on the show. He is all elbow when he's making the throw. Like he is not winding up the throw. Like he cannot use his shoulder. So I'm concerned about him turning a double play. Yet on Friday I told you there was a relay that came in from Joe Bear from right to Dugas in the shallow right field grass, and he underhanded the ball to Jordan Thompson at second. It's very clear he is playing very, very hurt. But if he can swing the bat, great. He doubled on Friday. Walked yesterday. He walked Friday as well. He was on base when White hit the grand slam. So, love him. Respect the heck that he's out there. Because it's his final season, man. He's making it a go. No, okay, so Paul said because people comparing it to Tommy White. No. Yeah, so the difference is, so you might have missed it a bit earlier, Paul. So Austin is watching, said he dislocated his shoulder last year and it took him 9 months to feel 100%. And there was another guy who said, well, Tommy White dislocated his shoulder and was back much sooner than that. And a big part of this, obviously, severity of it, the severity of the dislocation and the damage associated with it. Look, I'm not an orthopedist, but what I can tell you is like I have had conversations about what happened with Gavin, and it's more severe than just a shoulder bruise or just a standard dislocation. So, um, but dude's out there making it happen, man, and I respect the hell out of him, and I hope he just keeps getting treatment and can heal and feel better and better and better as the rest of the season goes along because he's a key part of what they do, obviously, and also um, it's his last year, and you want that for that guy to be able to go out there and play his last year and feel good and contribute and be awesome. So, hey, Dad, good morning. Y'all smash that like button. 186 watching live. I love it. If you would just take a quick second, smash that like button. Let's see. Oh man. Earl said, sorry, Earl, you asked this one a while ago. I'm not sure if you're still watching. My apologies. Earl said, what about Hurd today for a few innings? Earl, I don't, I can't put Thatcher Hurd on the mound in any type of leverage situation anymore. If LSU's up 15-2 and you just need someone to go out there and throw the ball, like Thatcher Hurd is kind of for me right now in the same category as Blake Money. Is they're just arms in the pen that when you're up a lot or down a lot and you just need someone to go throw the ball. I just can't trust either of those guys in any type of leverage situation. You've tried them in everything. You've tried them starting, relieving, weekend, midweek, middle relief, late in the game. You've tried everything, and no situation seems to work. So, I would love it if they can get Thatcher Hurd to come around, man. If they can, what a weapon he would be. Because like Ty Floyd, his stuff is awesome. Just hadn't worked. Teresa Michelle, good morning. Tyler Robbins, should put Morgan at third to have Tommy White play outfield. I don't know if you're messing with me, Tyler. Like at this point, I don't know if the Morgan questions, if y'all are just messing with me, but I'll answer it legitimately, in the effect that you're legitimately asking. So the answer is no. Trey Morgan is left-handed for the 10 millionth time. You don't see left-handers play on the left side of the infield because it's not efficient to make the throw as a lefty. Because if you're playing on the left side of the infield and you feel the ball, then you have to turn your body completely to make the throw to first, as opposed to being a right-hander where you can get it and throw. As a lefty, you have to get it, turn your body, and throw. So, no, that's why you never see left-handers at shortstop or third base. You could probably count on one hand the number of times that's happened in baseball. So no, Trey Morgan's not going to be on the left side of the infield. Trey Morgan is going to be an outfielder. I do not know how many more ways I can say this, how much more plainly I can say this. Trey Morgan is an outfielder. Now, Trey had an arm injury in high school. He had Tommy John. And one of the big things about him when he came to LSU was because he was recovering from that injury, they weren't sure if he could make the throw from the outfield, like if his arm was back, which is a big reason why he played first base, because he couldn't play in the outfield because he couldn't make the throw. So now that he's 3 or 4 years removed, whatever it is, from Tommy John, you don't have that question anymore. Kirk Taylor, good morning. Patrick McKenzie, Vanderbilt got exposed yesterday. No, they didn't. They lost a baseball game. It happens. They didn't get exposed, and Tennessee's not a juggernaut. Vanderbilt lost a game. It's baseball. Teams lose games. Sonny Warmington, good morning, y'all. Beautiful day. The spring game has me optimistic of baseball team could sweep Ole Miss. Right, all right. Love the good vibes. Strong side, planning a surprise trip to Hoover for the SC tournament for my son's birthday. Any advice on hotels and restaurants? Look, I've been to Hoover plenty. We always stay at the Winfrey, the Hyatt Regency, the Winfrey, which is where SEC Media Days always is when we're there. And it's attached to the mall, and there's restaurants all around there. So I wish I had a better answer for you. I can't say that I've explored a ton of Hoover, but that's that's where we've always gone, and it's convenient. It's near a bunch of stuff, and um, yeah. Jordan Haddad got a box suite for the Albuquerque Isotopes. Okay. Hosting the Oklahoma City Dodgers. Take me out to the ball game. Gonna have Tigers on TV. They're very good, Jordan. Enjoy that. That's pretty cool. Cortland Jacob, thoughts about bringing back Elliott after seeing it? Said it all, bro. Said it all week. I'm so surprised that kid's pitching. Like Hunter Elliott is like a legit first round talent for next year's draft. When you hear UCL, it's like, I can't believe they didn't shut him down. I mean, again, like, I respect so much the competitor wanting to be out there, wanting to battle back and everything. But man, he faced 10 hitters. His velo was down. His velo was upper 80s, low 90s. I mean, he might have touched 90, 91. I mean, that's a guy that a year ago was throwing 93, 94. Velo was down. Command was non-existent. He faced 10 hitters. He walked 5. I mean, wow, just I hated seeing it, man. Like, I'm no Ole Miss fan or anything. It's just, I can respect the fact that that's a young kid who's 20, 21 years old with an amazing future ahead of him. And let's see, Austin Kidder, why could swing the bat after a shoulder injury. It seemed it took several weeks to get his power back. I don't know that I thought that. I'd have to go back and look. That's been so long now. But I mean, everyone's different. Darryl Westbrook, Matt Skeen's velocity seemed to drop on Friday. Broadcast guys noticed it too. Do you think he's not throwing as hard as he can, or getting tired from the year? Hey, babe.
It's like 14 and a half hours.
Good. Let him sleep. Is his backpack done?
Yeah, it's going to be back in for a while. I just turned it off. What hat is that?
This? Yankees hat.
So flat.
You're so flat. You want to do Ask E-Rock?
Sure.
Oh, wow. What a treat.
It's like noon.
There's 201 people watching on YouTube.
On YouTube. I don't know the YouTubers.
Yeah, that's where Trivia watches.
Oh.
Facebook's got 21.
Oh, we get to tell them the new theme of the party is?
The new theme of the party. Okay.
Do you want to do this or no?
I'm sure you're going to go get something. So why don't you go get what you're going to, like breakfast or something like that, and then you come back in. Breakfast at noon.
No, I'm not eating breakfast. You know what I'm going to start doing? Putting Advil by my bedside.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't drink last night, but...
Yeah, you did. You drank white wine.
Yeah, but I felt bad this morning.
That's why you feel bad.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. You're dehydrated and you drank white wine.
It could have been hydrated, yeah.
And you drank white wine.
If I had Advil, like I woke up needing Advil at like 8. And I just was like, I can't get up. Matt's going to get up in a minute and I'll ask him to do it. And he didn't. So then 10, I got it. Anyway, sorry.
I'm going to answer this question. You go doing the show. Yep. We're not talking about your Advil. Okay. But if you do have Ask E-Rocks, fire away. So anyway, look, we dropped from 201 to 192 on the viewers. You start talking about Advil and they were like, eh.
No, you said Ask E-Rock. They're like, we don't know what that is.
So, Daryl, as far as Skeens, no, I don't think he's tired from the year. I think Ben McDonald, I remember, I always give this example. I remember interviewing Ben McDonald years ago. I mean, I was still at the Score. So this was 07, 8, 9, somewhere there. I remember talking to Ben and him saying as a young pitcher, one of the things he had to do was learn how to pitch, meaning just because you could throw 100 doesn't mean you had to throw 100 every pitch. It was, I only need to throw 100 when 96 will do. But when you need to reach back and find that gear and grab 100, it's there, right? And I think that's what we saw from Skeens on Friday. I just think it's a progression of him learning how to pitch. Now, if you see, and the other thing too is, remember, the South Carolina series, he only threw 3 innings, so it's basically like not pitching for a week. He basically got a week off. And then after throwing several Thursday games, this was finally back on Friday, so he actually had an extra day's rest. So I don't think that arm fatigue is an issue with Skeens at this point. Gregory Gordy, good morning. Gulf South. The other day when Coach Kelly was on OTB, was that his first time on 104.5? Does he just not like doing radio interviews? Is he hard to get? He. I'm trying to think if he went on one of the other shows. He hasn't been on AFR. The really tough part for me in the afternoons is generally with respect to getting coaches on the show is most of them are practicing when I'm on the air. So I could record interviews early in the day, and I've done that before. Like when I've had Matt McMahon, or in the past I've had Will Wade, or when I've had whoever. But or you find a day off when we might be able to make that work. I don't know if that was the first time Kelly was on OTB. They might have had him around the time he got hired. I mean, Hester's in the building so much over there at Football Ops that I know he can facilitate those. So I would be willing to bet that they had him at some point prior. My only time getting one-on-one time with Brian Kelly was last year media days. But obviously plenty of time in press conferences and off the record stuff. But as far as like on air, on the record stuff. DA, Matt, I know we can't take much from spring ball, but this team looked relaxed, in good shape. Most of all came out healthy. Absolutely. That was my takeaway. Just stay healthy. Again, Kyron Lacey was the guy we were looking for after what Dan Brock said. So, yeah, I mean, I'll go back and rewatch it today and skim it to actually take notes. I mean, I had it on yesterday during the baseball game, so it was like baseball on TV, spring game on iPad. So I was kind of half watching, but I'll skim through it again today to see if there's any big takeaways. Let's see. Gotcha, Paul. Gregory Gordy. Any possible freshman of the year so far this season for baseball? I don't think there's anyone obvious I'm missing. I mean, had Paxton Kling kind of emerged as your everyday outfielder, that would have been a chance, but I don't think so. I mean, the guy that's going to win it is kid from South Carolina. Why am I blanking? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm blanking. Kid from South Carolina is going to win it. Jordan Haddad. And Tommy doesn't need to be running around the outfield. Cortland Jacob, let's see. Joel Lensminger, I really want to make another Trey Morgan infield comment, but I don't want you cussing on a Sunday. I won't cuss. It's Morning Scone. No cussing here on Morning Scone. Jeremiah Hardell, I know you're not a fan of NASCAR, but please check out Blaine Perkins' flip yesterday. I probably won't, just being honest with you. Zachary Snyder, how's the stadium in Hoover play compared to SEC stadiums? I know you had the convo yesterday about Ole Miss being small. Hoover is big. Hoover is the Hoover Met, or whatever they call it now, is a big stadium. Let's see. I'll get you dimensions. Let's see. The Hoover Met. So remember, the box is 330 down the line. Hoover Met is 340, so it's farther down the line. And then the alleys and straightaway center are the same as the box. 405 to straightaway center, 385 in the alleys. So it's the same center and alleys, and it's 10 feet farther back in down the line. Petrie, thank you. Ethan Petrie. Why could I not remember that kid's name? Thank you, Earl. Let's see. I think he actually says Petrie, but whatever. But yes, the kid from South Carolina. Let's see. Gulf South, is Ole Miss starting that pitcher make the coach look bad? So here, I always want to be careful with something like that because we're not there and we don't have all the info and don't know what the diagnosis is or what the rehab was like. But like this is one thing you got to know for certain, and we've seen this evolution just in the last 15 years. In 2009, when LSU won the national championship, Lewis Coleman would start on Friday, or we started the Friday opener at the new box. But anyway, Renato would start Friday, and Coleman would close Friday. He would close the game Friday and then come back and start on Sunday. And I remember when Zach Hess had the amazing 2017, right, in Omaha. And then I remember asking Lewis Coleman this question in 2018. If they would use Hess in a similar way that they used him, just at the time, 9 years prior. And Coleman was basically like, yeah, no shot. Like, arm care, the way they manage pitchers now, they'll never do that. And Maneri talked about this often, and it's so true. Like, how you handle elite arms and arm care will determine if you are able to recruit those elite arms. So part of me says, because of that, I can't believe Bianco brought Hunter Elliott back. The other part of me is like, Bianco knows that too, and he wouldn't have brought him back if he thought there was a risk. So just weird. Very weird to see him pitch with that injury. All right, Eric, we're ready for Ask E-Rock. All right, y'all, smash that like button if you would. If you're on YouTube, 181 watching on YouTube, take a quick second, smash the like button. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. It's always brought to you by Brock and Hudco. Need North Piece, go to Brock. Need a roof, call Hudco. ProCharge EV, the pinned link there is for the EV charger giveaway. ProCharge giving away 3 free EV chargers at the end of this month. Today's the 23rd, I think. So you got a week. Got one more week to enter. Just click the link, fill out the form for your business or out. Out is out. Good call.
Somebody's already playing baseball?
That is Auburn, Alabama, and softball, actually. At Sports Center Arm. This just came on after.
Okay.
All right. Devin Kelly, what up, E-Rock?
Doing good.
Dustin B337, good morning, E-Rock.
Good morning. How are you?
That microphone is not on.
That's why you put it here. That's not one for me. Stop it, Matt. That looks like a freaking mic. I got you that. I bought you that.
No, you didn't. She was leaning into this.
Yes, I did get you that.
No, you didn't, which is not plugged in. She was leaning into this, saying, good morning.
Well, you always tell me to talk louder, so I thought you gave me a microphone.
If it makes you feel better, I'll put it.
Thank you.
If you feel
more
you want to feel professional, there you go. That's the Personas Revelator. You did not buy that. I bought that.
Oh, I felt like I did.
No, you didn't.
I think you probably told me to order on Amazon for you.
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Trivia Carter.
It's been a minute, trivia. I already started thinking of you for our new party.
My first Ask E-Rock question is...
Where's his Hershey bar? Well, here's where your Hershey bar is. It melted. Remember I told you this? And I've forgotten about it ever since. I'm being very honest. I went to UPS. Your Hershey bar was liquid. And then I put it back in the car. And I forgot ever since. It's coming, though. It is coming.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Donovan Peterson Ask E-Rock, who is Tommy White?
He is a big guy who hits bombs.
Tanks. Tanks.
I'd rather say bombs.
His nickname is Tommy Tanks.
I know, I don't get it. Because the T and the T. The alliteration.
Tesla.
So,
But they need
I love him. He wears an oven mitt in his pocket. He wears a glove. He has all these little things. He wears a bunch of chains. I think he breaks the rule of baseball, and I love it. He's like the bad boy of baseball. Kind of into it.
He's got a tiger tattoo on his forearm.
I like it. I'm into the bad boy right now.
He wears all the chains.
Yeah, he's cool.
And an oven mitt.
He's my favorite person.
Nothing about his opposite field power or anything.
He hits good balls.
He hits good balls.
Yeah.
He does hit good balls.
I mean, isn't that true?
He hits good balls. Let's see. Bob Florich, Skeens sitting 99, 97 consistently. What in the world people want from the guy? No doubt.
I feel like he has a lot of power. He's a power hitter. How about that? How about that? He's a power hitter.
Cortland Jacob White's grand slam isn't a home run at the box or Hoover. So Cortland, that was my point yesterday. That the Biddy Ballpark giveth and the Biddy Ballpark taketh away. Because Will Furness's home run would not have been a home run at the box either. When it's 365 to the alley, and that one was a dying fly ball at about 366 over the fence, that's at best an RBI single, at worst a fly ball out. Anyway. Dave and Durr hoping they sit Dugas today. I know Napold is a dead spot in the lineup. Oh, sorry, I missed it. But sacrificing Dugas is a bad idea. I'd say just see how the kid feels when he wakes up.
What happened to him?
A couple weeks ago, he dove for a ball and he dislocated his shoulder
yeah,
and
I
had some
saw
other
that.
injury. Had some other stuff
Jay
going
Johnson was not happy when people were asking questions about that.
He was not.
He was pretty mad. I saw that.
Good job. Samuel Smith, good morning. Trivia Carter, ask E-Rock. Are you ready for summer break?
No, I enjoy working. I know y'all find this crazy, hard to believe. I love going to school. I love the people I'm with. When it's summer, I go there to work. I mean, I do work during the summer. I don't not work, but it's like dead. It's just us. It's me and the, principal and assistant principal, and I love them.
So, yeah.
But I wasn't hungover. I just had a bad headache.
I think you were.
I get headaches all the time.
We have 174 people watching and only 83 likes. I don't understand why.
Smash it.
I don't understand why people won't just touch the little
I
thumbs
don't
up.
like doing it either, Matt. When people tell me to do that, if I'm watching TikTok or Instagram, I don't do it. I'm not a listener. I'm sorry. People tell me that all the time. If you're watching, hit the like. I don't want to hit the like. I don't know why. That's not a good thing. I want all your people to hit it, though. Hit it. Smash it. I think people feel like if they do that, then like they get their like records get sent somewhere, I don't know.
Their records get sent somewhere.
I don't know.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Trivia Carter,
Yes.
ask E-Rock. How was the trip to the Women's College Championship game?
It was so awesome. Let me tell you, first of all, it's probably the most spontaneous thing I've ever done in my lifetime because I'm not a spontaneous person. I'm a planner. And so it was super awesome because one of my sisters did it with us and she drove the whole way there and back, bless her, in the storming tornadoes we came back through. And to be able to experience that with our mom, who actually, my mom was a high school basketball coach for years and years. And she coached when Kim Mulkey was playing in high school. So my mom would like coach against her. So she's always loved her and just been totally in awe of her ability. So it was really fun to be able to surprise our mom last minute. Matt made it all happen. So it was really awesome. So we had the best time, exhausted, very exhausted afterwards. But it was super cool. Way more Ohio fans there.
Iowa.
I kept saying Ohio. Those two states confused me.
Really?
LSU always dominates everywhere we go. We were in the minimum or whatever, the
Minority.
We were the minority of fans. Like they would start going with Iowa. They would be like, "Let's go Buckeyes," or whatever. It'd be like, Hawk. Yeah, like let's go Hawks. Let's go Hawks. And then we would start, and then you would hear us come in and go Tigers or whatever. But like it was like we always followed them. We never started the cheer. There weren't enough of us. There was not enough purple and gold there. So that was interesting to me. I've never been in a setting like that.
Okay. You never been to the SEC championship game then? Because in football, it's always 80-20.
I have been there. Thank you. I used to travel with you before, Drew.
That's right. We did go to one in 2011. That's right.
When I was free and young and had no
So
strings attached.
you have been in that situation.
I didn't remember that.
You can still go. It's your own problem. You don't want to go.
No, it's a lot of planning and it's a lot to get done when you're leaving Drew.
I just leave.
We know that.
But you can just leave.
I always say,
You just leave.
take care of everything.
It ain't that much plan. You put everything in bags and labels. Like everybody knows how to handle it. It ain't like it was whenever like it was little bitty. You do, Eric. You take a lot. You do.
You said it best. You just leave. And that's true. You
Oh, Erica,
so
stop
I'm
it.
just saying, like, that's why I don't go. It's you've got Drew here.
Erica, stop it.
It's difficult.
Oh my God, you make it more difficult than it needs to be.
It's
All right.
difficult for other people to have to be in charge and responsible for him. I'm considerate of the others. I'm not saying it's Drew.
Samuel Smith asks E-Rock, what is one thing that Matt does that you can't stand? Ooh.
Nothing. Matt is perfect.
No, what's one thing I do?
Love you. Everything you do.
Oh, see, she's not going to be fun anymore. Okay, we'll just wrap up then, because you're not going to be fun. Are you going to be fun or you're not going to be? No, you're not.
But there's nothing that annoys me about you.
That's not true.
You don't like to cuddle and it pisses me off.
See, there was one.
And you used to like to cuddle, which makes it even worse. Now I feel like it's just me. It's a me problem.
Erica's a cuddler, and she...
And a toucher and all that stuff.
Yeah.
God forbid I put my hand on your leg in the car. You act like I just put poison on you. No, seriously. You're like, eee. I'm like, Jesus.
No, it's like,
Yes.
it depends. Like, if you do it really softly, it tickles.
You want me to like slap you? Jeez. I mean, I just put my hand on your leg in the car and it's like, eee, you're touching me. I don't like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? We're married. I'm sorry. I said the F word. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. That's how upset I get. Because you make me feel like it's me. Like something's wrong with me if I touch you. Like I'm your wife. You should want to have your hands all over me and you don't. That drives me crazy. So that's one thing I'll tell you right now. He doesn't like to be touched. He doesn't like to cuddle. He's like that monster that lives under the cave or whatever they're called. It's that guy that lives under the cave and there's a goat involved or something. Billy Goat, Gruff. There's a monster that you're not supposed to. He comes out and he's like, "Rawr." What's that? Everybody knows what that is. It's some old story. It's like some old kid story. There's a monster or a big old angry man that lives underneath a bridge. And there's a goat involved. I don't know, Matt.
Okay.
People know what it is.
Okay. Oh, man. Woo.
I just want to cuddle. What's wrong? Most guys would want to be loved like that. What's wrong with you?
Jason Brown said it's a troll.
Okay, there. That's who you are.
The troll that lives under the bridge.
That's who you are.
I'm the troll that lives under the bridge.
But you don't have hair. Trolls have a lot of hair. It stands up. I'm just saying that's the main difference. I want to know when you stopped liking to cuddle and being touched. Like, it happened recently. That's why I feel like it's me.
Ask E-Rock, what is your cocktail of choice when enjoying adult beverages?
I mean, if I'm drinking wine, it's always going to be white. Cocktails, I get tricky. Like, I'll try to create these things, and they're disgusting. And so then I get mad. Or not mad, but I love Baileys on the rocks after dinner. Like, my dessert drink is always going to be Baileys on the rocks. Love some Baileys. I love any type of like chocolate martini, but then I usually, have a hard time with those. So they knock me out. Last time I finished the night with a chocolate martini was bad. That was a Julia's night.
You had like 10 drinks that night.
Well,
you had 4 of those, whatever they were, at the Julia's.
It's so good.
You're not a drinker, and so you had like 4 cocktails, and then had a chocolate martini, and
so bad.
You were a lot to handle.
No, it wasn't. You went to bed. I had to clean it all up.
Just walking.
To the car. Gravel is never good to walk in gravel. And boots. Yeah.
Let's see. Samuel Smith asked E-Rock top 5 gas station snacks.
I don't love a gas station. I mean, I like always something gummy. Matt loves some gas station pizza, which I find disgusting.
Oh, I love gas. No, it's not just any gas station pizza. The pizza from racetrack pizza is so good. I don't know what.
Bestie texting me right now about Taylor Swift.
I don't know why, but the pizza at the racetrack is so good. Like, I crave that sometimes.
So gummies. You like something salty? I love an icy.
I love an icy, chocolate icy. I'm sorry, Coke icy. Coke icy.
You said chocolate.
I know I did. Coke icy.
Yeah, not blue, not red.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's about it. I don't have 5 of them because I really don't like gas station stops.
I love getting like a little Debbie.
However, I did go to Buc-ee's for the first time in my life on the way home from Dallas. That place
We've been to Buc-ee's.
I've never been inside there, ever. That place is so overwhelming.
We stopped at Buc-ee's in Florida or Alabama on the way.
But I didn't go in.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, what's the big deal? I don't get it. Well, I went in. And so Lauren, my sister, gets this granola from Buc-ee's. Oh my God. We ate the whole bag on the way home. Like, if you ever go to Buc-ee's, you've got to get their granola. It's the weirdest kind of thing. We got apple cinnamon granola. And it was the most delicious stuff ever. She said you can actually order it. But I've never been inside Buc-ee's. I wanted to just get out. It was too much. It was too much. It was too much. It reminded me of like a Walmart, and it was a lot of action going on. And it was storm, and I just wanted to get home too, so it was bad weather. Okay.
Okay.
Gas station.
Joel Cunningham, Jay says he sees Jones as a corner outfielder next year. Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. Cruz will be gone. Kling probably moves to center.
We need to make this down.
You'll have Stevenson, Joe Bear, Pearson, other guys that aren't playing outfield this year that just aren't playing, and then whoever you bring in the class in the portal. Like, I just don't believe that we'll see that. You can try him out there. Trivia Carter, Ask Rock, did Matt win best of 225?
Did you? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Oh, they haven't announced it yet, Trivia.
Yeah.
You always win, don't you?
No.
You never
I
win?
never win.
Oh, because those Jody in the morning people
Yeah,
hit you every
Murphy, Sam,
time.
Jody
Huh?
win it every year. I won it one time.
You beat them?
Yeah, it's my plex up there.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, he's the only one who watched Trivia.
I'm the runner-up every time.
Maybe if he cuddles. Maybe it's the cuddling.
It's just that 225 is a heavy female readership. So, like, the sports stations just generally aren't going to do, you know. It's kind of amazing that I'm nominated and I've finished where I do every year.
You're
What?
good.
Well, but that's fine, but it's not, but that's also not our demographic, right? Like, our primary demographic is men 25-54. That's not who's reading 225 magazine primarily. So, all right. Dave Vendur, Ask Rock, crawfish. Oh, man. Hang on. We're way behind. Oh, gosh. God, we are, oh my God. We have, okay, well, we got to go quickly then.
Rapid fire. Spitfire.
Oh my God, we are so far. All right, here we go. Crawfish boiled or boiled, crawfish or boiled shrimp?
Oh, I gotta go fast. Shrimp. Crawfish, shrimp. I don't know. It's a tie. 50-50.
Devin Kelly said, Trivia, you need to give up on the chocolate bar. It ain't happening.
No,
bro.
it is happening. Devin, stop. Gotta sign this year's rapper.
She's into the bad boy. I see the bald head and beard won her over.
Nair.
That's from Blake Juno.
Sorry, Blake.
Tommy White has a gigantic beard
Hey,
that's
I don't
like
think
down
he's
here.
hot. I don't want to. No, I don't think he's hot. I just mean like I like his persona.
Dustin B. Ask Rock, favorite kind of po' boy?
Fried shrimp, but I haven't had a po' boy in about 20 years.
Trivia Carter, Ask Rock, what do you do at work?
Everything and anything, but God said we have to go rapid fire. But I help kids, I help parents, I help families. I work with doctors and therapists and counselors all the time. I help teachers coordinate conferences. I do standardized testing. I do oral testing. I make the world a better place. Boop.
Tribe says, Ask Rock, favorite fast food place?
Ugh, I don't like fast food. I guess Chick-fil-A.
Samuel Smith, Ask Rock, High Noons, White Claws, or beer?
High Noons. White Claw has got that beer taste. The reason, you know why I love a High Noon is because it's vodka based. I don't like anything with that fizz, fuzz, nasty, hoppy flavor.
Do you know what hoppy flavor
No,
is?
but I thought that was a beer word. So I used it. That's all on that cute little can. Tell them about your beer I got you yesterday. The cutest beer ever. Was it good? Was it good?
Not really. It was okay.
Dang,
It was
I
okay.
want you to love it.
It wasn't
I want
great.
you to love it.
It was okay
I
though.
want you to love it. I want you to love it.
Erica buys me beers because she thinks the cans are cute.
I based my beer selection off the can, and yesterday I found the cutest can ever. Unicorns and clouds, basically.
Yeah, some gnarly
Castles and
Castle
clouds. It was so cute.
It's
It was
pretty
like pink and blue and yellow, and it was so cute.
Trivia Carter, Ask Rock, did Mimi teach you how to play basketball?
No, well, they tried. My dad actually tried to coach our little team in like the 5th grade, and I was like, Dad, you can keep coaching. I'm done. I'm gonna go cheer. So I cheered, and he coached the team.
Irfan Sayad, Ask Rock, how many cha-chings did the Tigers get today?
What was yesterday's score? I was shopping.
8-4.
12.
12, okay. Devin Kelly, I'll tell you why I don't hit the thumbs up all the time. It stores the video in your liked videos. It takes up data on your app and phone, and you have to delete it to free up space.
All right, well.
That's a lame explanation.
Be nice.
I am being nice.
That's
Devin's
not
my
nice.
guy.
That's not nice.
It doesn't matter.
That was not nice.
It's honest, and Devin respects my honesty.
And that
Devin's
was
my
not
guy. He
nice.
don't care I say that.
Okay,
I say
well.
it's a lame explanation. So then you couldn't come back and just like, I have to do that all the time. Delete the app and then just re-download it. It takes 60 seconds of your day.
Okay, next.
All right, Roger Dodger, ask E-Rock, have you watched any more baseball this year with the shorter games?
Yes, I have. I've watched a lot of baseball with you, and I enjoy it. I do not like Major League. That's awful. What I don't like is somebody's emotions. Ugh. I like watching baseball. Listen. I like watching baseball without you. How horrible is that? I like watching baseball when you're
You
not
should
home.
want to watch baseball with me.
No, because you
should want to sit right
angry,
next
cursing.
to me. You should be angry with me.
No.
It makes me feel like it's me.
That is you, because you are way too emotional. Way too emotional during baseball. My gosh, it's awful. Like Drew, thank God Drew thinks it's hilarious because our son could be scared for his life, but instead he's like, Daddy, like he laughs at you. Thank God he doesn't get it because I'm scared. So I have loved watching LSU baseball without Matt. It's the major leagues I really don't like.
H-Town Creole, Welch looked like he's moving into DB1. Can't leave out Tolan and Whit Weeks. Well, Tolan's gone, man. DeMario Tolan's at Auburn now. That's who you're talking about. Whit Weeks, they're very high on, the freshman, more so than his brother. And then LaTerrence Welch, I like him a lot. I think it's just interesting if you still got to see what happens when the injury has come back like Deuce Chestnut. Dalton Barnett said Matt's losing his. Actually, Dalton said Matt is losing his reputation. Losing as one as a 5-star swoosher.
What does that mean?
You remember you said I'm a fun swoosher?
Yeah. You're a fun swoosher.
Let's see. Dave and Durr, my wife is a cuddler also, except when she doesn't shave her legs. Don't touch me, ugh.
He doesn't want to be touched when she has hairy legs.
Oh.
I shave, but it doesn't matter.
Cortland says, I don't like the hair in my face.
You don't have to have hair in your face. I want to cuddle up on you. I want to put my hair in your face.
Trivia Carter asks you, do you like Irish food?
What is that? Like spuds?
Spuds.
Okay.
Potatoes. Yeah.
What was that Irish place for our first stop on our honeymoon? It was the only place open. We were starving. What do they have there? Remember that?
That was an English pub.
It's not the same. Okay, never mind. Wrong country. Sorry. Well, they had Irish stuff. Irish stuff is green.
Fish and chips.
The Irish stuff is green.
Fish and chips.
Okay, never mind. Why do I think Irish stuff's green? Because St. Patrick's Day. Yes, but they don't do it green in their country.
Gulf South, someone mentioned gas station snacks, racetrack pizza.
No, Matt loves it.
I do. See, racetrack pizza, damn good for gas station food, see.
I like John's
racetrack
pizza.
chicken sandwich is on Pert too.
Pernt. I love it. Whoever did that did pernt.
He did P-E-R-T.
Pernt. But you're trying to say pernt.
I haven't had their chicken sandwich.
Oh, you might have to try.
I will.
I cooked us such a nice dinner last night. I didn't get to eat any of it with you, but I got to cook it. That was very sad.
Strong side asks E-Rock, do you trust gas station sushi?
No, heck no. No, I trust the Sushi Alexanders. I love the sushi man at Alexander's. His name is Peter.
His name's Peter.
Peter does a great job on the sushi at Alexander's. He works like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He's the only sushi chef there. I also love me some Ichiban. I'm not going to eat sushi from a gas station. But I eat from a grocery store.
SW, have you tried mixing icy flavors? Yeah, not interested.
No, I only drink an ice like once every 5 years. I mean, I don't even.
Cortland says Bucky's breakfast tacos.
Ugh,
I'll do a breakfast
I don't
taco.
wanna do Buc-ee's. I don't get it. It's too much.
Joel Ensminger, we need an E-Rock and T episode.
Oh, I love T-Bob. He loves me. You get jealous of his hair.
That's such that's just because I want hair.
Yeah.
I would like to have hair. Yes. Who
I
wouldn't
just said I
want
love
that?
T-Bob. I'm jealous of his hair. My hair is awful. I would love to do a session with T-Bob. Or a segment or whatever you call it. What?
You love a session with T-Bob?
That's not what I meant.
It's a good thing he didn't hear you say that
Oh,
because,
Lord.
like, he would absolutely take it as such
Oh
and run
my
with it.
God.
He would.
Matt,
Jason Brown asks Rock, where would you like to live outside of Baton Rouge?
nowhere. Here is the home forever.
No, it's not the home forever.
Okay, well,
Um,
new life.
Okay. I'll go live somewhere else.
With a new life.
Well, you can come visit. Me and Drew will go live somewhere else. You come visit. Well, because you
You're
can
gonna
live
make me
here.
cry on this one right now.
Erica.
Stop
My only point is when I retire, I want to go somewhere retiree.
it. Sure, and we have a son named Drew who
Yeah.
requires a lot of help. And
Yeah.
then what's gonna happen? Who's gonna take care of him?
Us.
Right.
We're not retiring tomorrow, Erica.
Okay, let's move on.
Oh, God. Let's see. Ask Rock, if you could take a free trip anywhere in the world, where are you going?
Somewhere tropical. Somewhere like Punta Cana or Punta Vallarta. What? That is a place. Somebody just went there on Facebook. It looked really pretty. Oh, the Maldives. I want to go to Maldives. They've had some beautiful like hammocks over the water in Maldives the other day. What? Stop. Just talk. I hate when you do this. It drives me crazy.
I'll go to the Maldives. You do
I
realize
have
that
no clue where that is.
the Maldives is going to be probably like a 20-hour flight.
No, thank you. Where is that located? In Spain? Oh, Matt. Stop it. I'm joking. I'm just joking.
Oh my
What's
God.
wrong with Punta Cana?
You were talking about Puerto Vallarta, which is in Mexico.
Who's else that I've heard? No, I'm talking about. I don't want to go up there. I want to go to Punta Cana.
Okay,
It's
we'll
not
go
there.
to Punta Cana.
It's
where
not
we'll go.
there.
Okay. Trivia Carter, ask you Rock, what is worse, Matt after Saints loss or Matt after LSU baseball loss?
They're both terrible. Nobody wants to be anywhere around them. I want to leave the house. I don't know. Saints probably. 'cause
LSU
there's
lost
800
on-
baseball games.
Yeah, LSU lost on Tuesday to ULL. I didn't care. Right?
I don't remember.
See?
You were all
Remember
angry
when it was
last
the Saints?
weekend.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
neighbor. We got such a little neighbor now.
They're outside all the time.
They are.
Yeah.
I love them.
They are. They're really good people. Very good people. It's just such a contrast to Mr. Odell.
Yeah.
So we had
We have cat treats and stuff.
Oh yeah. So we had an elderly neighbor who was a widower. He's living at his house alone, and just in the last year he moved out. I think he moved into like assisted living,
Yeah.
maybe like with his daughter.
Oh, the daughter.
And so they sold the house, and the people that bought it are a married couple, like maybe late 40s.
Yeah.
And
But he's retired already because he's in the military.
right. I don't know if he's retired.
Yeah.
He's retired from the military, but it still works.
No, he does not work. They're always home, always outside. Anyway, they have a cat. My niece loves the cat. Super sweet. What?
Jeff Hawk, Matt stopped liking being touched because T-Bob is so handsy.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe a little bit of T-Bob could rub off on you.
Wait, don't tell T-Bob he wants to rub off on me.
No, I think he should. Because then maybe you'd be a little more affectionate at home.
Gregory Gordy, sorry, Matt, gotta go. Game's about to come on, watch my pops. All right, well, game's at 1:30. Right? The game's at 1:30. Hang on.
Maybe he's in another territory. Another time. I mean,
It's still 1:30 Central.
wait for him. It comes on at 12:30.
No, Eric, you're missing.
Stop.
I mean, what? If
It's different time zones, Matt.
I understand, but it's the start time is still the same, and like the game's still starting at the same time, right? Like it starts at the same.
When I called you in Vegas, I thought you got murdered. It was like I thought you were murdered.
Yeah, it's 1:30 Central. Game doesn't start for an hour. Yeah, I was in Vegas, and Eric was like, "Where are you?" Like, I've been trying to call you all morning. I was like, I'm in bed.
No, because again, like we just came back from Napa, and you
Yeah.
would wake up at like 7 a.m. every morning and go walk, and I would still sleep. And so you were up super early. Like a body clock. I've got a body clock. I got to wake up because of my body clock and all the body clock talk. And I don't have a body clock. I was born without one. And so then we get home, and like 5 days later, you go to Vegas. And I'm waking up, and it's like 9 o'clock here, and Drew and I are both like looking. Drew's like, Daddy. I'm like, well, let's call Daddy. So we start blowing up your phone. It's 11 a.m. in Vegas in my head. And I'm like, where are, like, then I'm like, something happened last night. He never got home. He never called or texted me when he got back to the hotel. Something happened. So finally you answer. And I'm like, are you okay? It is 11:30. And you're like, it's
I'm gonna get
7.
7 a.m., Erica.
So I got the time change wrong.
Yeah, you did.
I went forward 2 hours. That's why I was nervous.
And I hung up the phone on you, and I was like, I'll call you later. Yeah.
I was just glad to know you were alive. Didn't need to go cash in on my life support or whatever.
Bubba Tatum, watching Matt break the fourth wall, looking for help is my favorite part of Ask E-Rock.
Break the what?
Break the wall, looking for help. E-Rock dropping cha-chings on the family-friendly show.
I didn't mean
Brain in
to.
front of Matt.
One time.
Sammy Merrifield, how is Mr. Gotro doing?
Oh, Mr. Gotro is great, actually. You know, he's working back again with us. He's to come back next year. He's doing his religion
Come
class
back.
next year.
Okay.
He just
Camille?
teaches 2 classes, but he's come back. He couldn't stay away. Could not stay away.
Yes, the game, Gregory, by the way, the game doesn't start for another hour. So it's 1:30 Central, which when the game starts at 1:30 Central, Erica, that would be 2:30 Eastern.
Got it. Oh, like, why can't we have one time? I just need the world to have one time. That would make things so much easier.
Yeah, because then like at noon here, it would be like
Noon there.
but it would be like midnight.
Not the world. How about the U.S. world? Not everybody.
The U.S.
Just the
world?
people that affect our TV and sports lineups. Just us.
Okay.
Us, the U.S. Get it?
Trivia said Bucky's chopped brisket sandwich.
Oh, okay. There's lots of Buc-ee's fans out here.
Cortland said it's the clean bathrooms, massive
Yeah.
snack options, mostly the clean bathrooms.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. That's why we stopped. But I just said it was overwhelming. It was so much in there for me. I get very like overstimulated, and then I just freeze. Like whenever you give me too many choices, I just need one. Give me 2 choices. Remember that man on TikTok about the date night?
Yeah.
About the dinner. Call your wife, men out there. Listen up, men. Call your wife. Say, hey babe, I'm picking up dinner. Do you want blank or blank? Give her 2 choices. Don't say what do you want for dinner. It puts me into this paralyzed freeze mode to where I don't know what to choose.
The problem is that when I say what I want, you're like, yeah, I don't want that. That's when I get upset.
My new go-to is like, yeah, okay, sure. I've listened to the guy on TikTok. He told me if I get 2 choices, you pick one of the 2. How much better with that than having to come up with the place? So just a little bit to the
Trivia
box.
Carter asked E-Rock, can I get some lemon cookies instead of the chocolate?
Yeah.
You haven't made lemon cookies in a long time.
Well, because football's over.
You just make them for T-Bob and Cliff. You don't make them
T-Bob.
for me.
You don't want snacks and sweets. You don't want it.
Not every day.
Okay, I'll make them. I'll make them.
Jordan Haddad said, where are you retiring to, MM?
Okay, well, that's not.
Ask
Can
me
we not
later
talk about this discussion
when she's not
please?
here, so I don't get yelled at or snarked
Yelled
or
at?
snarked and like blah, 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 blah. We haven't.
Yelling like the day I've yelled at you. That's hilarious.
Or
I can imagine yelling at you. I know way better.
Is he still sleeping?
Yeah, I'm worried about him.
That's fine. Let him sleep.
15 hours.
Good. Let him sleep all day.
It's half a day. More than half a day. Stop.
You just let me off.
And nobody can see. You laugh at me all the time, and then you're like, I think you're faking it, and that makes me even more sad. That Big Brother guy, that made me so mad the other night.
Zachary Snyder. What? What?
And you're like, you're just saying this.
Zachary Snyder, E-Rock, my wife wants to know how you deal with Matt during or after LSU games.
That is awful. I don't speak because he's very difficult. I just don't talk. I get very quiet. Look, Matt, it's the dog from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
What dog?
That right there. They're walking a dog across the street. How you lose a guy in 10 days, dog.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh
Little
my
rat.
god, I've never seen anybody with that dog.
Oh yeah, that little rat dog.
But they got like the long hair on the ears and tail. Let me
Oh,
go check
God.
on Drew right now real quick.
Smash the like button if you would. All right, we're over 100 likes. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Want to remind you about Brock and Hudco, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Need an orthopedist, go to Brock. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. I'll drop the Hudco link in there again. Yeah, morning scone is definitely. What's up, Jeff McKithen? Yeah, morning scone has definitely become afternoon scone.
What time is it? 12:30. He went to bed at 9:30, so he slept 15 hours.
Good. Jeff McKithen said afternoon, you rock.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Let him sleep. His
I
body
know.
needs rest. We can push some more Pedialyte or something like that too. Get him hydrated. Joel and Sminger honeymooned in Punta Cana. Was absolute, and we absolutely loved it. Went back for our 5-year anniversary.
Oh, let's go there.
Brooke Bordeaux, good morning. Just had surgery 2 days ago.
Aw.
About to rip my incisions laughing at you two.
Oh. Where'd you have surgery?
Brooke, I hope you're doing okay. Well, I didn't want to be overly like.
That might be like a.
What? I don't.
There's a lot of guys do that.
I think that's a lady.
Oh. I guess I assume it's always men. There's a guy named Brooke that we know.
Yeah.
I always assume men are watching because that's what they do here. Sorry, Brooke. Did not. You're a girl, obviously. Sorry.
Oh man. Murder Draft. I'm going to Lima, Peru next month. I'd go to Peru. I want to go to like. You would never want to do this, but like I want to go to like the like all the Aztec and like Mayan and Incan ruins and stuff like that. Machu Picchu.
What do you do there? What do you do there? Hike? The ruins?
You can climb to the top of Machu Picchu.
You don't want to
and
hike?
it's not a hike, Erica. It's steps, but it's
Oh,
like
okay.
you look at what these ancient civilizations built, which is incredible because they had none of the technology we have, but they still managed to build all these incredible things all over the world. It's pretty cool. Like I want to go to Egypt and look at the pyramids and the Sphinx.
I'm not going for the snakes. They got a bunch of snakes there.
Why do you think they have snakes?
Because have you seen all their... It's like the big-headed snake. I don't know.
The cobras.
They're everywhere.
What do they do?
They have like that.
The big-headed
I
snake.
hate that.
Erica,
No.
they don't have snakes just like walking around slithering around all the time, like in the middle of the. What?
Cleopatra has like snake jewelry. That's how much there are. That's how many snakes there are. No.
You know how much I hate snakes. You think I'm going somewhere where I'm just gonna like be all up in
I think
snakes?
you don't know.
You think I'm gonna be standing in line next to
I
snakes?
think you didn't think of that part.
Take her to the Cayman Islands. What if it means Cayman Islands?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to go somewhere in the U.S. though. Whole passport thing is a pain.
Trivia Carter asks, Rock, any battles lately?
No, actually, no. I don't think so. I mean, always, but no like lasting marks.
Trivia Carter, some people work from home, Rock.
I can't imagine doing that. Like that just is so hard for me. I have to have like I can't get anything done here work wise.
Trivia, Rock, you were just a pleasure to know.
Oh, does that mean? Is it? Why are you laughing at that?
Well, because everyone's laughing. They think it's
Oh,
funny, like the whole
okay.
time
Okay,
zone
good,
thing.
good.
And
Well, I'm glad. I thought you meant like that was a mean thing.
Brian Holland, what's going on? Good morning. Wonder if Morgan Wallen going to cry when we sweep Ole Miss. I wonder if that's Brian Holland.
The news guy does Channel 33 News. Yeah, that's him. He followed. He's always on. Your
Well, he said when we sweep Ole Piss. I don't think Brian Holland would come to my
I don't think he
comments and
said
say
that
Ole
either. No,
Piss.
you're right. Maybe he would. Maybe this is his edgy side.
I don't
his
think
bad
so.
boy
And
side.
Brian's not from here. Like he's not an LSU guy. I think he's from Lubbock. Maybe I think he went to Texas Tech.
What tickets did you get for Lauren the other day?
I don't even know. Some country thing she wanted to go to.
Oh.
But we
I wanna
probably
go
should
see
say
Lauren
that.
Holland.
Is he even coming here?
Next Taylor Swift concert, if you don't get me tickets, it was like the best show ever. Everyone's saying.
Is she coming here?
No, I don't know. But we're having a party for her. She's doing a TV tour. Today he just said we're having a Taylor Swift party when she puts on her tour on TV. And I already
Ask
got the silver
E-Rock,
pieces
Is she the yin to your yang?
I don't think so. You can't used to be, but no longer. You've changed. He used to think I was like cuddly and fun. No, just annoying.
Jeff G, Matt, when I give my wife 2 choices for dinner, she doesn't like either option, just accept we can't win on that issue.
No, but I want you to win, like Jeff G. I don't like picking. It's been so much better, Matt. Seriously, it's been way better for us since we've done the 2 picks. Seriously, I think it has been. Like, I really do. I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Try it again, Jeff G. Try it again. Pick 2 different places next time. Did he watch the TikTok guy tell him to do 2 places? Okay. And even yesterday, I remember I got Maxwell's dinner for us. I was like, hey, I'm cooking. And then yesterday I was like, hey, will you grill burgers? Like, I've been more proactive on the foods.
Are we doing that for dinner?
For lunch.
Or for lunch?
We can do lunch.
Okay. I'll do that.
I don't know if you want to grill like while you're outside watching the game.
Yeah, I'll do that. We'll get that started.
Are you still doing a show at 12:40?
It's
It's 12:40.
There's 150 people watching.
Okay.
Ray Langlois. We're almost done.
Okay.
I say that, but then every time I do it.
All right, hurry, go. Rapid fire.
Morning, Matt. Just finished brunch, settling in for the game. All right, Ray. Thanks for being there. Alvino Frazier. Matt, does an AD legacy get recognized if 3 of his hired coaches win national championship? Yeah. I don't know what you do. I don't know that you build statues or anything like that, but name buildings, stuff like that. I think like Mal Moore at Alabama. They have like the Mal Moore complex over there. Yeah, absolutely. Brian Holland. I'm not the media guy. Morgan Wallen's a Tennessee guy. Murder Giraffe said that, by the way.
No, that's fine. I don't care. I like his music.
Murder Giraffe.
I'm a big Morgan Wallen fan. I jam out to him every day.
David Duraski Rock, Tiger Island in Queensland. I think they still have a deal where you pay to swim with a tiger.
No. Are you kidding me?
Jason Brown asked Rock if she likes sushi from Geisha.
I've never been to Geisha.
Wallen was at the game Friday night, saw that. He was at the LSU baseball. He's playing a 2-night stadium deal at Ole Miss in their football stadium.
Oh, wow.
Last night and tonight. So he was at the baseball game on Friday.
Oh, cool.
Oh, this might be the last one. Let me check on Facebook. See if there's anything I missed over here. No, just Jeff. Okay. Trivia Carter. E-Rock.
Yes.
I say to my wife, guess where I'm taking you for dinner. And whatever she said, that's what she really wanted.
Oh, trivia is such a romantic. I like it.
Oh.
Matt, let's do that next time. Except say, guess what I'm picking up for dinner? Because it's usually a pickup for us.
Well, I know what you'll say every time.
What?
Louisiana land, yeah, fish and papio.
To go, yes.
To
That
go.
would be my to go. That's my to go. But that's like not fat. That's like a nice order. It's an expensive dish. What?
David Durr said, no, Murder Dress said swimming with a tiger is dumb as hell.
Yeah, that's.
I'd swim with a tiger, like if I knew it was trained and stuff like that. What?
You're gonna go swim with the tiger.
If it was like a trained thing.
Did you see Siegfried and Roy?
Yeah.
No matter, they're trained. They eat your head off.
But the problem was they got off their spots. Like the tiger was off a spot.
What if your tiger gets off its spot in the ocean?
Well, that's a risk that you got to be willing
Pool.
to
You
take.
swim in a pool with them? Where you swim?
I don't know. David Durr said, Triv, brilliant, saved in the memory bank about the where do you want to go to dinner? Or guess where I'm taking you to dinner.
Yeah, Trev. That's a trivia. You're like Rico Suave, dude.
Does
Love
she
it.
let you jam LSU neck when the Tigers score?
Oh, I love Neck. I'm a big Neck fan. Oh, except I don't say that part. I don't like that word. I mean, you can say it. You say it all the time. But I'm not going to say it.
Jordan had Ed ruining the Ole Miss Country Music Concert weekend, so LSU, LFG. All right. Trivia said, welcome, gentlemen.
Oh, look at him, gentlemen. I love it, Trivia. Trivia, do you like to cuddle?
Trivia, you can come over, you can cuddle with Eric.
You know what? Don't say that. His wife would be sad.
Okay.
You know what though? I think we need to get you a supplement. What supplement would help you like to be cuddled more? I think it's a deficiency in your diet. I think we need to look at the hormone or I think it's all the testosterone you take, which is why you don't want to cuddle anymore, honestly. Yeah. 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 So what if we look at like a supplement that would aid in cuddlation? Maybe it's like a berry or something you need to be taking. An enzyme. Yeah.
Golf South said, "Have you heard the Captain Rebel Edo parody song?" So I think what you're alluding to is the Colonel Reb is Crying song. And yes, so that was done by a radio guy out of Memphis in like 2006 or 7,
Oh.
maybe. And we used to play that all the time on when Josh and I did the Fastest Hour.
Oh,
It's
really?
it's old. I mean, that's a long. I mean, I don't know, Gulf South, how old you are, how long, but that was I forget the guy's name. It was a hang on, now I'm curious. I forgot his name. It was a radio guy out of Memphis, and it was called Colonel Reb is Crying. Colonel Reb is crying in his Confederate handkerchief. Who did it? Here it is, September 27, 2006. Chris Vernon, that was it. Chris Vernon. Chris Vernon, radio guy in Memphis who did the song. Colonel Reb is Crying. Jason Brown said, "I need more vitamin D. Need some milk."
To who?
Get Matt some ecstasy.
Oh, maybe
I
that
want
would
to cuddle
make
for
you.
more for hours.
Maybe that'll make you more cuddly.
That's an illegal drug.
Oh.
Let's see. Ecstasy is definitely gets cuddly. Jordan said, "Shooting T causes balding." I was balding at 24. That has nothing to do with it. My genetics are just awful. Austin Kidder, Erica, you can make Matt watch soccer and drink soy milk to lower his testosterone. That might soften him up.
Oh, the health benefits of cuddling. Did you know that when you cuddle with someone you care about, your body releases a hormone called oxytocin. That's also released during, you know what? That calms you and makes you feel more likely. For example, oh yeah, see, it can help your heart, Matt. You were talking about your heart. It relieves pain. There's all these scientific things. It fights a cold. Connects to your partner. It helps you sleep.
That's not true. I can't fall asleep whenever you're like, "Will you cuddle me?" Like, and then because then like my arm is like this, and I'm on this arm, my head.
That hasn't happened in probably 5 years because you don't like doing it.
No.
So yeah, but what I'm saying is there's several health benefits of cuddling.
Have y'all talked about the
cuddlers out
UT
there-
guy getting kicked out of the game yesterday? No.
All the cuddlers out there, props to you. And if your wife doesn't appreciate it, you should tell her that she should. Don't take that for granted.
All right, I think we're done. An hour and 42 minutes.
Wow.
Long morning scone.
Especially for so late.
Shout out to the 140 if you still want. But you know what we did? We filled the time here until the start of the game. Game starts in 45 minutes.
Oh, there's still a while.
I can go fire up the grill, get the burgers rolling, and be ready to eat
With
for
lettuce
first
wraps,
pitch.
and
With
not
lettuce
buns.
wraps, no bread,
Okay.
no buns. Okay.
And I did restock the mayo and mustard for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Does E-Rock get overwhelmed with all the sports you watch?
I mean,
He said, "My old lady sure does."
yeah, I mean, you come
I
home
think-
and
The difference, though, Brian.
it's your work. So
Yeah.
you're constantly on your phone. All you do, I mean, your face is in your phone, not because you're doing fun stuff, but like you are working 24 hours. People don't understand, like you work 24 hours a day. Like, I have to like say, hey, can we talk?
I just work for 3 hours a day.
Yeah, right.
I just talk for 3 hours a day, and then
But like when you get home, you're absorbed with work. Like you take Drew somewhere, but like it's always work. Like so, yeah, I get overrun. And it's not like I'm not saying that in a bad way. Maybe that's why I need that cuddling affection so much, is because you're constantly working. So like when I want to be cuddled or want to cuddle you, that's why I'm like, hey, it should happen. But yeah, you're absorbed with work, not to a bad fault. I mean, it provides a great lifestyle. I'm appreciative of it. However, it's constant. What?
Ashwagandha gummies by Goalie. I've heard of that. What
They
are
make you comfortable? I'm so excited. I'm going to go buy some. Ashwagandha? How do we
I
spell
don't
that?
think that any gummies are going to make me want to cut.
Oh,
But
I'm buying them.
ashwagandha gummies. I'm curious. I've heard of ashwagandha
How do
before.
you
Maybe
spell
there
that?
was like an ashwagandha product on
How do you
Shark
spell
Tank or
that?
something. ASHWAGANDHA.
Oh, wow.
Ashwagandha. If you want to cuddle, binge watch Bridgerton. I don't know what that is. All right. We got 11 people still hanging on Facebook, 137 still hanging on YouTube. I would love it if somebody watching right now would click the pinned link for the ProCharge EV charger giveaway and either fill out that form or forward it to someone who owns a business or a commercial building so they fill it out. ProCharge is giving away 3 EV chargers, given away, installed. You should do it for St. Jude.
Oh,
You should. You should fill it out for St. Jude, E-Rock. Schools, gas station, car wash,
go to a hospital.
hospital for sure, law firm, nail place. Why not? Literally, any place. All right, I got some
Grocery
coffee.
stores.
Grocery store,
You should
absolutely.
talk to Alexander's.
Oh yeah, they should absolutely do it. Ask E-Rock, are y'all going to go to the opening of the Buc-ee's in Ruston?
No, we're not. I'm not hating on Buc-ee's. I just don't. I am like, again, this comes back to the whole what do you want for dinner? There was so much in there when I walked in. I was like when I go to Home Goods, it takes me like 3 hours to get through there.
You were
Like,
gone all day yesterday.
No, I was gone from 2 to 6. It's 4 hours. And I went to Home Goods, I went to Target, I went to TJ Maxx, and I went to the grocery store. I hit 4 places. And it's not just when you're shopping, then you gotta wait in the long lines because there's terrible lines on Saturdays. So yeah, I mean, but it takes me forever to get through that. There's too much stuff. But I did get some cute new outdoor pillows. I need to go take out my trunk for you to see. Beach towels. Hey, what are you doing?
No, you were talking.
Somebody's still sleeping.
Okay. All right. We're done. Michael Thacker, afternoon Scone. How many rest days do our starters need in the postseason?
2. I don't know.
Wait, 5.
Oh, sorry. My hair got caught on the chair.
Wait, 5. All right. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. Go Tigers. Peace.